The more we can learn about Parkinson's, the better off we can be in managing disease symptoms and helping people to live a better quality of life. So I am going to take you through the 5 stages of Parkinson's in the next 5 slides. Stage 1. This is very early, the initial stage. And at this stage, the person has mild symptoms. Now, generally speaking, these symptoms do not interfere with daily activities. Tremor is very common, and there may be some other movement symptoms that occur. The tremor, other symptoms almost always enter or are visible on one side of the body. So they start on one side and then eventually may move into bilateral symptoms. But it'll start off on one side of the body. First, things you may notice besides the tremor could be changes in posture, changes in walking or gait, and perhaps facial expressions. For example, diminished facial expressions, maybe less smiling, and things like that. As we mentioned many times throughout the course, people with Parkinson's are uniquely affected differently. So when we go through these stages, I should say, it's all generalized, all right? But these generalizations do affect the majority of people. So stage 2, this is where symptoms will start to get worse, okay? Tremor is probably going to get worse. They may experience rigidity and other movement symptoms that affect both sides of the body. Walking problems or gait issues may be more prevalent, and poor posture may also be apparent. This person is still able to live alone and do their daily tasks, but those tasks take them longer and they're more difficult to do typically. Stage 3 is considered the mid-stage. Things you're going to notice would be loss of balance is more common. The bradykinesia, which is also known as slowness of movement. These two things, loss of balance and bradykinesia, these are hallmarks of stage 3. All right. Falls become more common. We know now that number one concern in the population with Parkinson's are falls, because the number one cause of death in the Parkinson's population in general are complications from a fall. Okay, so stage 3, we see more falls. The person is fully independent, all right, but symptoms significantly impair activities, especially things like fine motor skills, maybe eating, writing, buttoning a button, zippering a zipper, things that take fine motor skills. They become more difficult in stage 3. When we look at stage 4, it's quite severe, all right? Symptoms are severe. They're very limited in what they're able to do. In this case, it's possible to stand up without assistance, but movement may require assistance, something like another person, maybe a cane, certainly a walker are quite common at this stage. So this person is going to need help with activities of daily living. They are not able to safely live alone. Stage 5 is the most advanced and debilitating stage of Parkinson's disease. We'll see things like stiffness in the legs that may make it impossible to stand or walk. Again, it depends upon the person. This person will likely require a wheelchair, and sometimes they're bedridden. Round-the-clock nursing care may be required for all activities. All right, this person is likely to experience hallucinations and delusions. And by the way, that can happen early. When we get into talking about hallucinations and delusions, it's not limited to stage 5. I have people in stage 1 and 2 who have experienced these. We'll have another slide on this later. All right, so the Parkinson's community acknowledges that there are many important non-motor symptoms that will also be more severe at this point, as well as motor symptoms being severe at stage 5.